account holders or prospective account holders who fit the ideal client persona or the ideal client profile versus doing intercepts on a site, because that would be a very jarring, frustrating, annoying
Yes.
experience.
And two, I mean, if the goal for your user is to convert somewhere, uh, whether that's on a product page or loan application, whatever, deposit application or contact us form,
Mm,
you just put up a barrier in my way. You just put up a piece of friction
yeah.
to get me to the that could possibly pull me off course. When what you really want me to do is make it, to the pot of gold. Well, you just jumped in front of me. I
Mm,
don't know. I guess that's my personal, those frustrate me, especially when they're not done in a way that is targeted, well thought out. You're doing something with that information. A general "how are we doing" blast feels like it's not worth the frustration or the friction or the annoyance. You're not going to get enough value out of that than the annoyance that you're causing, in my opinion.
well, on a completely unrelated but related experience, so Delina just took Lucia to an urgent care. Um, that she had broken her toe, and this is the second time. Like, this is the second time in 6 weeks that Lucia
I've
has
not
gone to,
heard this.
because it literally just happened last night. Um,
Wow.
thought that Lucia broke her toe, and this is the second time in 6 weeks that she's gone to urgent care, because the last time that she went to urgent care, we thought she had broken her nose. And like, Lucia is just she's having a rough start to her school year this year. Fortunately, there was no broken nose, just really badly bruised. Like, she got the black eyes and whatnot
Oh,
underneath that. And how she did it, oh my gosh. She was practicing for dance. And she did a spin, and she was recording herself. So the video was on the iPad. And she spun and she slipped, and we have tile floors, and she face planted into the tile.
mm,
You heard the pop. And I'm like, thank God she did not like remove her teeth in that experience.
right. The
And
nose broke her fall.
the nose broke her fall, and thankfully she didn't break her nose through that process.
Right.
So then her toe became an issue, because the kids were just running around the house and chasing each other, just being kids. And she ran into a wall, and her toe was the stopper, and just jammed it really. I mean, her toe and foot looks all bruised up, looks really nasty. And once again, very glad that she didn't break it, because she has cross country season coming up, and she's wanting to run, and her coach feels
Yeah.
like she can
Not much you can do.
really do well this season in cross country. All of that being said, Delina got an email from the urgent care. Tell us, or rate our experience, and they disclosed that this was a one question survey. And I watched Delina. I was observing her. She was like, "Is this really one question?" And it was an NPS type of a question. And she clicked her number, and it was a 10, and that was it. And she goes, "Wow." She goes, "I like them even more, because they set the expectation that this was going to be a one question survey, and it was a one question survey, and that was it." So
Yeah.
I think it's important to even think about how surveys and gathering feedback, gathering data can impact a customer experience, can impact a buying experience, because even the question and the way that it's being asked right now, an account holder might judge the quote unquote website based upon their experience with online banking, because that's their experience with the website.
Right.
They're going to the website to log into online banking, and they're not perceiving online banking and the website as two different experiences. Whereas a prospective account holder, they're going to view the website from how helpful it is in regards to making a purchase decision.
If that, I mean, who knows? They might just be responding on the way it looks.
Mm,
Right. It's beautiful. We don't know. We're like right there, we're already assuming that they know that we want them to say something about the product pages, the information. It doesn't say that. It just says, how satisfied are you with the website?
And if the
That's
feedback,
our bias. Yeah.
correct, and once again, and you're right, and if the feedback is looks good, and
Yeah.
that if that's the pattern that starts to percolate, then the marketing team might think, oh, our website is doing great, we don't need to make any changes on it, when in reality there are still blind spots in the buying journey that are costing them loans and deposits. But the feedback that they received didn't provide the, maybe maybe a better way to frame it is the question wasn't even framed the proper way to begin with in the first place, because
Mhm.
it all comes down to asking the right questions within the right context to get the information to make a decision to do X, Y, or Z.